if you see those in psychiatric hospital, and they can put this, and then what they begin to see, instead of that Colorado, those things or whatever, what they watch, what they see, can be a source where it is therapeutic, where they use. Or of course, when you are tense, salary has not come. Oh, salary has been paid. Or there is a stress or whatever, and what have you, and you have that, you play and you start, and then you begin to see another side, you begin to see other things, you begin to illuminate, of course, calmness, and of course, you have to ensure that you are in a place where you are stable, otherwise you start moving or do whatever, you may have distorted vision, you may have all of that, but of course, it's a very great area. But I just brought 2 different VR box, virtual reality box, to just explain a few things. And now saying we have to bridge skills acquisition through AI. AI has actually come to stay, and AI has come to help us. And this I mentioned at Faculty of Vocational and Technical Education last week, that this would help us, not that it has come to replace all what we will be doing, but of course, what we supposed to do, AI has come to assist us. The work where you're supposed to carry body, I showed in the second or third slide, where you have somebody carrying the textbook. You can check the second or the third slide. Okay, go back to that one. No. Go back. Okay, bridging. No. Go to the bridging. Where I have an image. Go before this protocol. Yes, bridging skill acquisition. 1, I put under that long bridge education, social economy. But of course, that there is a bridge, and that is where we have the modern and the new. The way we were taught when Mrs. Olotu was saying the other time, we may not have, because the curriculum used as at that time may not meet up with what, of course, there was no AI when we were in school. There was no Google when Professor Olotu taught us educational management. You have to go to library, and when you get to library, you are the first to see the textbook. Some of us, I did not say I did it though. Some of us will go and take educational management textbook and go and hide it in Yoruba, so that the next time you get to the library, you'll be the one to go and look for educational management. And now you are given deadline to submit assignment. But with the internet of things, you can easily do some things, and that shows that, be that as it may, be it young and old, and I decided to put both old and young in cartoon form, that this is a gap, this is a bridge we must all cross. When Dr. Gami was teaching us in those days, yes, we do not have those facilities which we have. You have to either do la cram, la pour, la forget, all those divide years when we say a function is said to be continuous, and you go and cram and pour just to pass, even though when you don't know the application. And that is the problem, because we do not have those skills. We will just cram to pour and to forget. And I've said that we are in this age now to see when we have to bridge the gap. Please go to the slide 3 or slide 4 where we are and where we are going. I show a picture. Let's go back. I go to the next slide. Where are we and where are we going? Of course, this type of cases, I want to say that Mommy Patoba, she's no longer using these cases. CD-ROM, we are no longer using the laptop that will use some of all these things. And as generation things are evolving in such a way that we have to see that we move along with the time. We may get to a generation where, for those who need to ride some vehicles, you may have to be well educated to ride some vehicles. And of course, we have killers now. We have vehicles that, when there are no drivers, and just insert, I'm going to this and that, and with Google Map, check, and there you go. You go to places where you will have to make payment and there will not be cashier. I've experienced that outside the country. In fact, I've said it, when if you are not well informed, you will be deformed. I got to an airport in Germany and I saw people relaxing, I saw them, they were dropping money and using the massager. The village boy, Ken Adeyemi, in 2016, also went there. I wanted to do as they did. I got there, I was looking for where they inserted money. So I saw one space. It was coins. Actually, they were dropping. So I inserted money. I was expecting this machine to say, oh, how many minutes? Sit down. I inserted money. There was nothing. I wanted to sit down. The thing just bang, alarm, because I did not know, I've never used that. And I saw many people coming around to just pay. If it is 5 minutes, if it is 2 minutes, 10 minutes, they will sit down and they will be massaged. Well massaged and whatever. So I thought, let me also go there. But the village boy got there. My money, I could not retrieve. The massage, I could not do. So that shows the level of your exposure. The level of your information determines how far you can go. I said that if you are not well informed, you will be deformed. I said the story that I got to London Heathrow Hotel and I was given white card as my entrance. I have to get down through the I said I could not access my door until they gave me another white card. I said, but I've been given white card. They said that's your key because I have never used that type of facility. To get in, I was looking for gang switch, A gang switch, B gang switch. I couldn't see any. I didn't make a call. Please, I could not say, oh, there's a white bus, please standing in Saturn, there's going to be a light. And I got there, I just inserted, and there was light. So that shows that the exposure, the information you get at your disposal will carry you far. It does not matter you are LLM, RM, NS, MS, BSc, LM, BBB, EDD, NIN, EFC, FIC, CRU, RIP, and so on. All those listed degrees, but you are far from the information. You are far from the skill. You do not have the skill. The requisite and job seekers. Please go to the next slide. You see a slide where I talked about, I will talk about understanding AI. Later, please just go to the slide why we will discuss briefly about AI and I will talk about that later. You'll see this one in my YouTube channel, so I will want to work on. Okay, wait now. That the knowledge-based economy requires digital competencies. Disregarding that you read mathematics, you read Yoruba, you read education, you read anything, you must be digitally compliant. You must possess skills that is required. Graduates, many universities or many organizations may not request that you should come and during interview and they are asking you what is educational management, define Brownian law of motion, what is they won't ask that. So some things that you will need, and many of those jobs that are fetching people money today are jobs that creatively they use innovation through skills they are able to get. And why many people are still bothering, looking or going about with certificate and saying, I want to apply for a job, thereby beg to see to beg by I apply, you look for different grammar to request for how best to apply for courses. But AI has come to help us and to simplify the work we do. Please, this is one people are that please kindly come around. I want to just briefly explain, since this is a workshop on what AI, please be fast. Please be fast, madam. The way the algorithm of AI works, if for example, both of you are in the same office, assume that you are in the same office. What you do ordinarily every day, suppose you go and greet your boss first, you greet your boss and does the table. You will not go and greet your boss, but what you do first, to go and check files. So I want you to do this 3 consecutive times. Just go, you go and greet Dr. Olotu, you go there and see as if you have gone to arrange file. Do that on 3 occasions, just go and greet her. Okay, and then go back, do that second time. Go back and do the second time. Yep. Now, of course, what they have done, this is X, this is Y. Now with the algorithm, what AI, it is artificial intelligence. Of course, it still has human input. But now what it has been programmed the way it works in such a way, if X is observed to on daily basis, greet the boss first, go and do this. And then by the 4th time, the precision, because of the data available that 3 times, this is what X has done, this is what Y has done. By the 4th precision, it will predict the same thing. Just like you are typing, if you are typing on your phone, I am going to the, you see suggestive messages. Or once you type Kehinde, the next thing on my phone it will bring Adeyemi, because it knows that anytime I type Kehinde, it means Adeyemi is associated. But maybe I want to type Kehinde, Moronkeji, Kehinde, Elizabeth, Kehinde, Ikumapai. Please go and sit down. So now it has come now, this now has been computerized to now come to see that, okay, what you want to do, what you should be doing as human being, with just what I have explained. Please go to the back now and see what now that AI, if you check that YouTube, the books you would ordinarily go and search as a lecturer to prepare a single paper, 10 days, 3 hours, 5 hours, with AI. AI works faster than search engine. The search engines are Google, your browser, your Mozilla, your Bing. When you want to search, it will bring you generalized information you now start searching for. But when you use AI, AI will decide to pick the specific task and answer questions around it and tell you, okay, what else, what do you want, what exactly, what are other things you wish to do. Now that AI has come, it has not come to replace human beings. Of course, there are jobs ordinarily AI will definitely replace, but we have to project and position ourselves to ensure that we are well positioned to move with that time, that we are positioned to move with events. Otherwise, we are left behind. Otherwise, the situation will just ridicule your certificate. With my first class, I could not get, I've never used a door that we use card to enter. It is bunch of key, key 1, key 2, key 3. And you got there, I was deformed. Because the exposure you are will determine. So that as a lecturer, as an academic, you have to see, despite that this is my area, business education, agri, Yoruba, whatever, look at areas where AI has come to help us. During the vocational and technical education conference, they discussed so many things that AI would help you to achieve. Why you will now have to put the human input and now begin to say that you move faster, you work faster, not that, oh, it will be right to give you paper and say, do you want me to analyze so and so, you again copy that without your input, without seeing, because not AI will not be 100% right, depending on your prompt. Everybody say prompt. Prompt. It is the prompt you use that determines the output. So if you don't prompt very well, you will not get the actual result, the desired result. Then you now say, oh, AI has misled me, or AI has not gone through. Well, because of time, I want to see area. Please just move down now to see. We'll talk about employers. Yes, this which I used during the VT conference. I talked about who you are, that this is the Nigerian reality. You see the graduates, there are so many. And see the graduates, everybody holding the certificate. BFAC, BLL, BLLB, MSc, BCC, BDD, BED, BDL, BSc, BFCC, and so many, so those certificates, ND, NC, OND, HND, NID, NND, they are plenty, and they are struggling to get the job. But of course, the Nigerian reality is that they get job through influences. So the real people may not get the job. But the higher you go with skilled graduates, will have edge over those just graduates. Because some companies will want to see your potential and see the skills you possess. And that is why we're talking about bridging skills acquisition through artificial intelligence for socio-economic and socio-economic transformation. We now see the competent graduates are the ones whose hand at that place you don't use influence, because they really need those who can do the real job. And so you have to see that you have the skill and you have the competence, and how AI can help us to do a lot of things. The economic transformation, everybody wants to make money. Nobody, thank God, yes, President Tinubu, GCF, I want to mention whoever, not whoever. GC, and he has done us well, and we are able to smile. But the reality is that what it will not commensurate with the reality of time. That I had it just 2 days ago, and somebody said, both until law. So just within 1 week, the vapor of salary will just enter your account and it will evaporate again, and the place will dry back to 1, 2, 3 digits, and some of us will even have minus digits. For those of us in mathematics, minus digit, that means you have transferred beyond the limit and whatever, and standing. Hey, did I mention standing? Maybe that's my bank. We will put minus and say when next salary to come. And I said it, how many of us satisfactorily can say, boast that after 2 weeks of salary payment, for those in the IKEDA can boast of 6 digits in our account. So we have to look at it. The skills which we possess can also translate into money, and that is what AI is doing, and what very many people they are using AI to do. Please, I want to move briefly because I was told there is a program coming up here by 2, and as well there is also because of the light issue. So I've talked about graduate unemployment and whatever, literally with what I've explained there. Just move down and you will see skill acquisition, which will involve the development of practical competencies, which will require of you and my very self for employment, entrepreneurship, and productivity. We will need that in whatever area, whatever we are doing. You have read mathematics, it will not stop at Lagrange theorem. It will not stop at Pythagoras theorem. That you have to go a long way to possess skills that will help you and increase, widen your knowledge. Please, the next slide, and you will see that where I talked about the old millennium and the new millennium. Yes, we are working with this type of those periods where my father will put that kind of TV. You dare not move there. The TV they will use as mascata, they use one white cloth to cover the TV. The TV in such a way that when daddy, after he has finished food, they will now open to OSRC. We now sit on the floor. Or see, we want to listen to NTA, and it is black and white. Those who are colored in our environment, that colored, they bought it, is one Akoko man, my chairman, very close to us, is the one who has no colored. But the color TV is a 4-colored, is like a cat, they put it on top. So one side will show blue, This side will show yellow, this side will show green, this side will show red, disregarding the type of cloth you wear. And that man will go to watch football, watch movies, arraigned in that type of man's house. We sneak to go and watch that type of colored TV in that man from Akoko in our environment. Unikokoni. We will go to that place and go and watch colored TV. But today, you watch movies on your phone. In fact, people don't sell CD. And you know now, Netflix, YouTube, these are places now that pay for those content, those things that these things are brought. Now, as lecturers, are now challenging us. Dr. Olotu mentioned it the other time. He said not only influencers can get money and be paid in this era, you as lecturers too. I said it during the book and tech class last time that as lecturers, we are even the original content creator because you know mathematics, you know chemistry, you know physics, you know educational management, you know economics, and do a lot of things. Then you can do so many great things. And see, I want to jump this and move to quickly. Then don't worry about the skill. Sorry. The type of skills, I will send the flag to us. Technical skills, digital skills, critical problem, mental skills. These are skills that lecturers we can have. But what are the potentials? Please go back. The potentials AI can have on us as academic staff so that money, I say money, will be in your pocket. Money will be in your pocket, not only depending on the salary that may vaporize just after 3 days, after 1 week, or just a day. Once the thing comes, XYZ calculation, this one to Yafunke, Iyalapara, Iyanishu, and the thing. Once you get it, if at the bank will just say, and the thing will just go like that. But those things that we can do and the potentials AI have for us, that it will help us. And I put it to us that not only those outside who do this system, open breast on the internet, that can add value to themselves using AI. You can use AI to generate, to teach your content, to help you to do a lot of things on the social media and where the socio-economic impact will be made. So now quickly I just want us to go through a table for some of us who have not. You can see this type of, okay, this is where I want to. You can go back to see the notable AI tools lecturers can use for our work, for paper presentation. I have them there. For content creation, you can have it. For administration, there are 3 different categories, not limited to this. I have stated all of them. But I put here that in academics, for all of us who can work and sit down, Professor Akinbobola can decide to say, okay, I want to teach school management, I want to teach educational policy, I want to teach politics. Somebody in history, Dr. Mojejem, I want to go into history, and those things that our parents cherish in Yoruba, in whatever, Ifa system, those stories and whatever, historic content, and use AI to get it. You know, Babalola is no longer alive, but today, those CCAs will bring stories, all those things he has done in the past, they will start bringing that into content and creating. And now, many who are making waves on the internet. I talk about Professor Peter Okebukola. Yes, he has a YouTube channel that has 443 videos with 5,170 subscribers, but he has 772,509 views. I have Yoruba lessons. Adeyemi Babajide is a Nigerian 45-year-old. She has a YouTube with 432 videos with 42,045 subscribers, and he has 3,113,248. Professor Akorede of English Department has a YouTube channel called Akorede Naija Movies, has 438 videos with 351,015 views. Myself, Kehinde Adelego, I have Yoruba mathematics class where I teach mathematics in Yoruba, and I have the AI and test skills combined. I have 486 videos together. I have 4,751 subscribers with 1,571,779 views. I come back to now. Guinness Mark guy, he teaches mathematics. He's an Arabian man. He teaches mathematics online. He has now 25,340 subscribers with 201,726,098 views. While many of us, or students who know Pella, he started his YouTube in 2022. Pella is a young boy, just do Adib and sad like me, comedy talk. He has 12,928,327 views. Move to the next slide. You will see. I will talk about the implication of all this. Now, Brain Daughter is just a young guy in Nigeria, age 30. He does drama kids and what he has. Cynthia, she is 40. She engages in fashion, home economics people, and whatever. And she has creative work of 25,454,000 views. One guy called Laolu Sebango, Skillshare. It is a creative artist. To find out, he has over 120,930,200. Why one lady, she's into catering services. She will talk about how to cook yam, how to cook porridge, how to do this, and she'll be explaining. She has 137,752,400 views with over 1 million subscribers. And the highest, of course, if you search, one young guy, Mr. Beast, is called Jimmy Donaldson. All over the world, he has 465 million subscribers with number of views 110,208,217,329 views. All these that I'm talking about, views, this and that, what do they translate to? One, on social media, on this and that, we are talking about using AI for educational, social, economic transformation. Those who make money on this, if you have a monetized YouTube video, a YouTube channel, if you have a monetized YouTube channel and you have passed through the necessary stage or test for you to be monetized, if you are, depending on your location and views, on the average 1 million views, my chairman, attracts $1,000 on the average. But depending on location, if my video is in Nigeria and is watched mainly by Nigerians, the impact payment is low. But if I have videos watched outside and whatever, have more impact, it attracts more views. And as such, on the average, you get $1,000, basically free of charge, based on your input. So you can just imagine Professor Okepikola, my very self, and others who have done one thing or the other. At one point or the other, you can see that these people, what they will have. And it is not only that, because the exposure that will give to you, I said it at the Book and Tech conference last week. I said, what my YouTube channel, my online presence has brought to me through AI for the past 3-4 years, I cannot quantify which. If I have started long ago teaching online, teaching Yoruba mathematics online, teaching AI and tech skills and what have you. So what best you know you can do as a lecturer too. You can go online, you can do that. Momiolo through that that runs a private personal firm. Most of our clients, sometimes all of them will not come to sit in the office. She will book an appointment, and abroad, I messaged someone, I wanted to speak with her. Okay, the lady I mentioned, Adeyemi, and that lady told me, is it 10 minutes you want? Is it 20 minutes? Is it 30 minutes? And when she gave me a bill, I thought people would call me and say, Adeyemi, about AI, and I will start telling you this is this and that. She told me that for every minute or second I want to engage her on the phone. She gave me £5, £10, £30, £50, £100, depending on the time. So that means we can creatively do some things with our skills and whatever. So no knowledge gap is lost. We can bridge the gap and be able to see how best we can use artificial intelligence as lecturer. And many of the content, many of those things we do for my PowerPoint, of course, you give AI, you give the prompt of what you want to do. It will give you the structure, give you many things, and it will help. And that's why I've said that AI has not come to replace us, but it has come to help us. And that essentially we'll have to key into and see that in this era, you will be able to acquire skills and help you. You may have to say, okay, oh, definitely this is my area, accounting or anything that you may leave your shell and put your leg somewhere. I read mathematics and you see my leg in computer science. So do not say, oh, and that is why for now research, they will prefer your research interest, not only morphology. That is only your area of research. You can research into different kind of things, collaborate with people, collaborate with, and I've said it that, oh, with so many opportunities which you have spread your tentacles and you acquire the requisite skills that will help and win your flight in this era of technological advancement. You can do it, and it is easy. And do not assume, oh, I am too old. For example, Professor Okebukola is 78. She is still teaching, getting for those of us in Big Bay, and so on and so forth. At 78, she produced videos and whatever. That mad guy, she is about 75. And has over 20 million views on YouTube and whatever. He's teaching mathematics online and what have you. So this, for many of us, will be able to, let's quickly round up so that we'll be able to accommodate current applications of course, personalized learning, automated grading. You'll see this in the slides which will be shared for all areas where we can apply while in education. Please go forward and see that the AI skills development you will need, application-based learning, data analysis learning, interactive learning platforms, that those things AI can afford and can bring to you. Please, now the challenges and opportunities we have: data privacy, misuse, and mindset. Of course, for very many people, once if there is no light, if there is no network, many things which we will have as part of those challenges. But of course, again, knowledge gap, the requisite knowledge. For some of us, we don't know, and many of us will say, "Oh, I'm too big to know. I'm too big to see." In my department, one thing I learned from Professor Babu, Professor Lagudu, Professor Ganiyu, and many of our guys, they will come rally around. We younger ones, they teach, we interact. Oh, how do you do this? Oh, MATLAB, let me get the software, and that is how all of us will learn. Don't say, oh, I have arrived. How can I, a senior lecturer, ask a younger lecturer? Something you can interact and get knowledge. I have with just a simple video, or I paid 10,000 naira. I saw the video online, and the person did it. I sent a private message to the person. I requested, please, can you assist me with this? And the person said, for me to be assisted to do that, I will pay 10,000 naira to watch that video. He only advertised 30 seconds, and I paid 10,000 naira. He added me to a link. I was the 42nd person on that link. Before that day ended, we were about 50. We paid 10,000 naira. I watched a video of not up to 12 minutes. Can you imagine about 50 of us have paid 10,000 naira to learn that thing that he put on Facebook? And I paid 10,000 naira. So if 50 of us have paid that guy 10,000 naira, you know how much you just have. But ask me, that 10,000 naira I paid on just simple animation, the work I got on just paying 10,000 naira is more. Many people who ask us pay 2,000 naira come for something like this. Many of us we don't want, because I've said it, the level of exposure which you have will determine how far you will go. In this era of AI, I show to many of us who came to VTE conference, my online presence, that I do not advertise, I don't have a website per se. But for all those things, I have a blog, I have a YouTube. When you search me, Dr. Basho will travel abroad, and I asked her to help me contact someone over there, and she spoke to the person, and the person now said, okay, she wants to know about me and say, oh, it's until she comes back, she get back to Nigeria. The woman asks my detail, and the woman just type online and saw so many things about me. And Dr. Basho asked that, she asked Dr. Basho, is this the person you are talking about? And Dr. Basho said, yes. She was surprised. She had to call me. How did you have all those things on the internet? I said, Madam, Mommy, I stay local, but I had global. Because for you to get global attention, for you to get attention beyond Adeyemi, beyond your scope, you have to see what you do, the work you do, put online. Gone are those days when you publish through Professor Oloyede, you publish through the Department of Higher Education, you publish through IJOSE, and that it is domesticated in only Adeyemi. And once now things are online, people will search, and once they see your work and see what you are doing, you are a chemist, you are a biologist, you are this, you are that, and whatever, and you showcase your work. That because what the students do now, I said it is just la cram, la pour, la forget. Because they just come after teaching, they cram, they pour it for us, for them to have A, and at the end of the day, they will leave to gain nothing. And so when they go for employment, they are not employable because the requisite skill which they need, they do not have that. And of course, we have opened doors. This just for me to just round up the slide. My recommendation, don't mind me, this recommendation, this is AI Adeyemi, this is not the real Adeyemi. So, but this is just is futuristic. Now you see me in saloon and a robot is, but of course, we will likely get there because this is a future that if we have fitness, we have vehicles that are driverless and what have you. So we'll get to a situation whereby you ask robot, you want ID, you want Afro, you want this and whatever, and that will interact. I got to a supermarket in London and I wanted to pay. There was as big as the place. The machine asked me, are you paying through cash or you are paying through POS? I said, I'm paying through cash. Oh, you want change? And he started, and the machine gave me change. After paying, there was no Yaruka. There was no Yaruka to interact to say, this is change, this is this and that. And I got the thing. And if you dare not pay and you want to leave, the machine, the sensor will just say you have an unpaid item. So we can see that this is the world where we find ourselves, and definitely we are going there. We should embrace curriculum integration and see that curriculum integration and reformation. Then infrastructure investment. Of course, we have to invest in digital. Like I told you, I have all these things and just my personal effect or whatever. Just projector at home, I can decide to say, okay, let's turn this to wireless, turn my home to a home theater, turn my house to this and that, and do all other things. Your whatever, but it is expensive, just like the challenges I mentioned the other time. That part of the challenges, the cost effective, the data privacy, the knowledge gap, and whatever. If you are not knowledgeable, you cannot go and invest into all these kind of things. And of course, but because we are getting there, if you seek information, that also has to deal with something in your pocket. Then training and support. Lecturers need training. There should be policy development and industrial partnership. There will be a relationship between town and gown. There should be a relationship between town and gown, so that we will not just domesticate our knowledge only in Adeyemi, and at the end of the day, we only just live, and what we teach is only just for our salary. But beyond the shore of this place, they will be able to Google search Dr. Olatubosun Emmanuel Ajisafe and not only view him and see him online as the chairman of ASU, or see him as the husband of a beautiful wife. I will not mention the name of the wife, go and research. And only find him as so as a member of, but you must be able to be seen as a researcher, a this, a that, this your work, all be showing, and whatever you have, and ensure that you have a big online, robust online presence, so that
your work in this digital age will speak for you, and the knowledge of AI that has come to help us. This workshop is just for us to charge us, has not come to teach us how to use AI, prompt and whatever. If you want to do that, it's a full day workshop for you to be able to do this, for you to do content creation, for you to be able to use this, for you to do that. It's another workshop on its own. But this is just to charge us, for us to be prepared for the future we are entering into. And that's essentially is what we already have. Conclusively, as AI impacts the world, and we have seen the socio-economic transformation and things like that, we don't see that AI provides that powerful opportunity to bridge skills acquisition gaps and to promote what education, social progress, economic transformation, stability, and let's embrace AI today and use AI responsibly. Thank you so much.